Good afternoon, etc. guys. This is Manga by Volume. My name is Davin, and today we're going to be going through our Blu-ray slash video game haul for the months of May through June. I don't know exactly when I got what, so let's just get started, I guess. And today's video will be not sponsored by Bell's Two-Hearted Ale, one of my favorite IPAs of all time. Alright, so starting out with the Blu-rays, we have Children of Men, No Country for Old Men, and Reservoir Dogs, all of which I got at Goodwill for like $4 each or something like that. Each of these I've been meaning to see for a while. No Country for Old Men, I've seen clips of. It looks really good, really like gritty Western film. And then of course Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. Big Tarantino fan. Then Children of Men, I've heard great things about, and my wife has been wanting to see it for a while. Next up, we have Office Space, the 20th anniversary thing. Rewatched this recently with my wife. It's still freaking hilarious. One of my favorite comedy films, and it's written, directed by Mike Judge. And then Bo Burnham's writer-directorial debut, 8th Grade. I watched this as well, and it was really awesome. It was really cringy. If you're like not a big fan of cringe, I would recommend... I'd recommend it either way, but just be wary that this will make you want to curl up into a ball and die, especially if you remember your time in middle school. Really good film. And then Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water. Haven't seen this yet, but I've heard great things and looked forward to it. Alright, next up, a couple of 4K Blu-rays. I did recently get a 4K TV, and it's been pretty awesome. So let's see. Starting out, we have Ex Machina. I did see this very recently. This was kind of a mindfuck. Let's see, it has Oscar Isaac, aka Poe Dameron from The Force Awakens and all that, as well as Alicia Vikander, who recently played Tomb Raider. But this is a very psychological thriller, or it's a very good psychological thriller centering around the concept of AI. Next up, we have Tom Hardy's Venom. Haven't seen it yet. Looking forward to it. I don't know. This was like $10 at Target on sale, so had to pick it up. Then I'm very excited to rewatch this film in 4K. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I saw this in theaters when it first came out, and this is quite possibly my favorite Spider-Man film. It was so much fun. The animation style is it's extremely unique and fluid, and just an all-around great film for non-Spidey fans and Spidey fans alike. We get to see Miles Morales, an older Peter Parker. I think this is supposed to be the Peter Parker from the Sam Raimi films, and then Spider-Gwen. And then lastly, for the 4Ks, is a documentary about pandas, narrated by Kristen Bell. Fun for the whole family. Oh, sorry, furry fun for the whole family. Oh no. Alright, so, and lastly for the Blu-rays, we have my very first foray into the Criterion Collection. I've been wanting to delve into this, I guess, series for a long time. So I started out with some of my favorite films, Silence of the Lambs on Blu-ray. And these are pretty cool. They come with like a lot of extras, like here's like a nice clamshell type case for that one, and a little booklet with some like documentary style blurbs about the film. And most Criterion Collection, well, maybe not most, but out of what I've seen so far, a lot of them have that kind of extras, or those kind of extras added in. Next up is Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth. I saw this like way back when I was in high school. Well, not way back, I'm not that old, but very good film. It's a Spanish film, well, yeah, with English subtitles, but the imagery and all that is just superb. It's bordering on horror, but it's more of like a coming of age type of story set in, I think, like the Spanish Inquisition. No, actually, I'm not sure, but great film. And next up, probably the main reason I wanted to dive into the Criterion Collection is because I'm a huge Wes Anderson fan. That being said, I've only seen three of his films: Fantastic Mr. Fox, Grand Budapest Hotel, and Moonrise Kingdom. And I found out that pretty much all of his films are in the Criterion Collection. So I got Fantastic Mr. Fox, and this one is another one of those sort of box set endeavors that comes with some extras. Darjeeling Limited, Rushmore, and the Rushmore actually comes with some cool extras. I saw like a fold-out map of, I guess, the town. I haven't seen this film, but I think it's a town. Pretty cute. All of Wes Anderson's films are very cute, unique, quirky, etc. Very indie film vibes, I guess. And then Royal Tenenbaums. And lastly, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. And that does it for the Blu-rays. And going into some Switch games, I picked up Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I've been curious about this title for a while. Just picked it up for $20 at Target. Discounted like $40. Pretty great price for this. It's like a real-time strategy game featuring the weirdest combination of intellectual properties that I've ever seen, but there it is. And then Katamari Damacy Reroll. This is just a port/remaster of the original PS2 game. I have played a little bit of this, and it's pretty fun. Just if you've ever played a Katamari game, they're pretty much all the same. It's just quirky nonsense, but I kind of love it. Next up, picked up New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, the most confusing, unnecessary title on the Nintendo Switch. Oh, and it's pretty good. It's not worth the asking price of $50. Actually, I think it's 60. Oh my god. But you do get the original New Super Mario Bros. U as well as New Luigi U. I mean, what can I say? It's more 2D Mario. If you've played one New Super Mario Bros. Game, you've probably played them all. But I wanted to get some 2D Mario action before Super Mario Maker 2 came out, and this gave me that. It's also really fun to play co-op. And then lastly, we have Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen by Capcom. This is a fantasy action RPG from back in the PS3 360 days. Yeah, I haven't dug into it yet, but heard good things. And lastly, for the game haul, I ended up picking up a Xbox One X during GameStops. They had like a Power Up Pro member appreciation day or something a while back, where you could get, let's see, I think it was, yeah, you pick up any One X and you get like a $50 GameStop gift card. But they were also doing the thing where if you get the bundle that includes Fallout 76, you actually save an extra 100. So that's the one I got. I didn't even bother downloading Fallout 76 but I don't really care because that game is apparently garbage. Anyways, here's a controller. The Xbox One controllers are actually really comfortable. Like, I definitely prefer it over the PS4 DualShock 4s, and even over the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which until this was my favorite controller. It's just very comfortable, and it feels it's like a nice. It's got a nice heft to it, I guess, and it doesn't take it doesn't glisten with sweat like the PS4 and Switch controllers. So there's that. Also picked up a Creeper variant for my wife. This thing is absolutely adorable. Alright, now moving on to the actual games. So, of course, the first thing that you're going to do when you get an Xbox One X, you know, the epitome of raw gaming power is you're going to pick up some cheap Xbox 360 games from GameStop that are backwards compatible with it. So I picked up Alan Wake. This was actually from, I forget what the game store was called. I think it Are You Game in Tampa. They were having like a buy two get one thing, so I picked up Alan Wake from them. Like a sort of survival horror game put out by Microsoft, which you can't really find anymore. I think they delisted it a while back, and I'm not sure why. Let's see. GameStop was doing like a, I think it's still ongoing. You buy 4 games that are like $5 and under, and you get 4 of them for $10, like together. So I picked up a couple games such as Battlefield Bad Company 2, which I've heard has a really good campaign. Brutal Legend, also got from Are You Game. This is the Jack Black video game is what it's best known for, put out by Double Fine Productions, which Microsoft just recently absorbed. And then Call of Duty World at War, Crisis 3, Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. Yet another EA property that was bought out and then destroyed. We have Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Game of the Year Edition. This game is aged like milk, but it's still pretty cool to check out. Halo Reach, which I know it's coming to the Master Chief Collection eventually, but I absolutely love this game. This was the first Halo campaign that I ever actually beat. I played it co-op with my little brother and had an absolute blast when this first came out. So it's still probably my favorite Halo. I know that might be taken as like sacrilege or whatever. Next up we have Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This was basically so in high school I got really into the R.A. Salvatore Legend of Drizzt novels, based in like the D&D universe, and this was actually written in collaboration with R.A. Salvatore as well as Todd McFarlane, and this was a blast back in the day. It's kind of a shame because Big Huge Games, there was like a big huge thing that happened where they got dissolved, and I think they're like owned by the state of Illinois or something. I don't know, wherever they were. It's kind of weird. Left 4 Dead 2 for some nice Valve horror action. It's a shame they don't port these to like current consoles. I think they'd make quite a bit of money if they ported like the Orange Box and stuff. Next up we got Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. 3 came out around the same time that Kingdoms of Amalur came out, and I remember back when I first got these on PS3, there was like a thing where like if you bought one, you got some like DLC costumes for the other. So like you could wear like this kind of the N7 armor in Kingdoms of Amalur. It was kind of weird, but that was pretty cool. And then Max Payne 3, which was like $2 at GameStop, but this isn't actually backwards compatible with the One X. It's just one of those games that I really hope they do make it backwards compatible one day. This was a really good game, put out by Rockstar. So hopefully they either make it backwards compatible or give it like a remaster or something. Then we have Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, made by Platinum Games. This is the one where you can like slice watermelons in like different chunks, like you could aim the blade. It was super weird. I remember seeing the E3 demo way back in the day, and I've always wanted to play it, but now's my chance. And as you can see, this box is kind of, it's definitely seen better days. Looks like someone like spilled coffee or some shit on it, but the game disc inside is just fine, so works for me, I guess. And then we have 2 more Valve titles. Well, actually, this one is several Valve titles. The Orange Box, picked up from GameStop, and Portal 2. And of course, if you've played any of the Portal games, you should know that they are awesome. If you haven't played them, I think Portal 1 has been free like so many times on Steam. Just get it, just play it. It's like 2 hours long. And then Star Wars Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2. 2 of the better Star Wars campaigns that have been made. And then moving on to the Xbox One games. Well, actually continuing on with 360 games, because this one's in an Xbox One case. This is Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition. And I do kind of like how they did this, where like they would, as like the more popular games became backwards compatible, they would put them in this case, and like, yeah, it's kind of cool. And then to go along with that, we got Red Dead 2. 2 of the best Rockstar games. And then, let's see, Sunset Overdrive. This, I've been wanting to play it forever. This is made by Insomniac Games, who makes Ratchet and Clank, the new Spider-Man game, and a bunch of others. This is basically like Tony Hawk meets amphetamines. And then Rise, Son of Rome. I have kind of zero interest in playing this, but it was, I needed one more game for the buy 4 for 10 thing at GameStop, so I got this. It's like a hack and slash set in Rome. And then BioShock the Collection and Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection. I mean, these might as well be 360 games, but they're remasters, so they'll at least look a little prettier. Moving on to the more recent pickups, I did get Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled with the this is a horrible, horrible cover. But the game itself looks amazing. They did such a good job on the remake. Although, something kind of worrying, it does seem like they're going to be putting microtransactions in it at some point, or at least it looks like they might. And you never really know with Activision, so I'm hoping they don't. The base game, great by itself. And I used to play it like way back on PS1. Love the crap out of it. Next up, along those same lines, I did get Spyro Reignited, finally. This came out a while ago. The originals were made by Insomniac. And yeah, Spyro is one of my favorite franchises, or at least like the first 3, which are included here. And I'm about a little over halfway done through the first game. I'm trying to like 100% it, and it holds up really well, and it looks amazing. And then next up, well, lastly for the video game haul, is Kingdom Come Deliverance, the Royal Edition. My wife has been playing this, not me, although I do want to get into it at some point. But she says it's kind of hard to get into. It's a very weirdly immersive experience. That's not so much fun as it is engaging. Yeah. But that does it for the physical games. I did also grab Super Mario Maker 2, but I couldn't wait to get to the store, and it's the kind of game that I really just want to have on my Switch at all times, so I downloaded that at midnight, and I couldn't be happier. That has been basically on my mind constantly. In fact, I'm gonna go play that right now. Yeah. So, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys very soon.